Season 2. I am your host, Chase Allis, and if this show is anything like The Office, the first season sucked, but the second season had like a little bit more promise. So we have so many things to look forward to this semester. New sketches, new cast members, and impending STD tests at the Student Services Center. I would love to personally thank welcoming our new band that's being funded purely by offshore bank accounts, Andrew Kramer. Andrew, how have you been doing?
Pretty good, you know.
So, how long have you been playing guitar?
Like 30 minutes, about 30 minutes, yeah. I started 30 minutes ago.
So, do you have like any previous musical experience beyond this?
I used to shred on recorder back in 6th grade.
Okay, nice. Maybe we should get you a recorder then?
No, it's pretty much the same instrument, so fine.
Okay, it's nice to have you here, Andrew, but tonight we're gonna see a new segment where we have these housewives are anything but normal. These ladies are off the wall. But honestly, I kind of just want a series focusing on elite children of these ladies. Like this summer, I was walking down the street in Chicago, and I saw a literal 10-year-old get out of an Uber alone. She was wearing heels, she had her luggage, and an iPhone in hand, and you know her LinkedIn profile is popping, and she probably puts on her Invisalign every night to bed. Meanwhile, I'm here with my hot breath, Annie Ann bag in hand, and jorts that I've worn for the 4th time this week, and she's getting out of her UberX. I am so poor that I can't even Uber pool anymore. Unless I'm like splitting it with the 21 kids and counting, like then it might work out, but probably not. But the only Uber I'm taking is Uber Walk because, you know what, I don't need spending my money on cars. But maybe one day I'll be as put together as that little girl. But until then, I'll continue to take my multivitamin and pray to God my life doesn't end before I'm 30. We have a great show tonight for all of you, so be sure to stay tuned to It's So Funny.
I was going straight on college, and I was in the left-hand lane at a red light. So I started to go. I don't know if the other car had a green arrow beforehand or if the light turned green and they just assumed it was okay to go. But I remember seeing the other driver just kind of looking up as if it was from a phone right the second before our cars just collided. My airbag went off and my car filled with smoke and dust from it. There's no reason to text and drive. It can wait.
My name is Peter Carlson. I'm the Creative Services Director at WCIA TV. We do commercial production, station promotion and marketing, digital production, graphic design, logo design. I actually started with TV10 my freshman year, so that was 1980. Worked behind the scenes. TV10 really gave me a strong advantage over other candidates. Moving from the TV10 studio into the professional world studio.
There's only 2 things you need to know about me. I know everything, and I'm a liar.
My family is my life, except when I'm spending my kids' trust funds on clothes I can't afford.
Money comes fast, but that's because I'm easy.
I have a 5-star Uber rating because I always give the best ride.
I may wear a lot of this print,
but nobody calls me straight. We are the Normal Housewives of Bloomington Normal.
It is my dog Roscoe's 6-month anniversary since he almost had cancer. It was a very trying time in our family, and I am just so blessed he's here with us right now. So to celebrate his cancerous life, we're throwing him a big surprise party. I think if you own it, it's okay, right?
Isn't Ethiopia near France or something?
Something, or like Germany?
No.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure.
I just really wanted to wear something that says I would do anything to avoid being middle class.
Yeah, it probably doesn't even matter though, because I heard Kim is only spending a few thousand on this party, so it's not like anyone important's gonna be there anyway.
Wait, so you're telling me she's broke and she's having a party for her dog?
Yeah, and I guess her husband left her for this Japanese robot. It's crazy.
How does she expect to live on anything less than a 7-figure salary?
I don't know. And I heard that Melissa's gonna be there.
Melissa came to my daughter's American Girl Dolls rock concert 3 months ago. When she was there, she called my cleaning lady fat. Now, she developed body dysmorphia. I'm sorry, this is just really tough for me.
So I'm a little nervous because I've not seen Rachel since I called her cleaning woman fat. But my God, she wore a size 10. She's got daughters. I was just protecting her family.
Gerard, I planned this whole party in honor of Roscoe just to find out from the production team that Karen's been telling everyone I lied about his possible cancer.
Honey, I have good faith that all the women at this party are going to respect Roscoe's journey, his struggle, and, most importantly, you.
I sure do hope so.
You know Kim's dog didn't even have cancer? No, it was a mosquito bite left as a lump on his left leg. And now we have to go and celebrate his survival? No. You know who had cancer? My great-grandpa. You don't see me crying. Kim, how are you?
Hi, I'm good.
I just wanted to say thank you so much for inviting me to Roscoe's little celebration. I've just always been one of his biggest fans.
Karen, I'm gonna be really honest with you. I've heard from everybody that you've been saying Roscoe's lump was just a mosquito bite.
Yeah, well, I'm just repeating the facts that Nevaeh had told me earlier this week.
Well, personally, as a person, I wish you would have come to me as a person with this hateful information.
Hey, can we go outside and talk for a second?
Of course, darling.
I just really want to let you know I accept your apology for fat shaming my cleaning lady.
Accept my apology? I have not apologized.
I just want to let you know it about ruined my marriage.
Can't break something that's already broken, babe.
You don't know what you don't know. Get you What the
I would definitely say the party was a success. Maybe even one of the best ones I've ever thrown.
So I may or may not have broken Rachel's nose at the party.
I think we really buried the hatchet.
The Normal Housewives of Bloomington Normal.
Time out. Before you have sex, make sure your partner always gives you consent first. Otherwise, it's rape. Consent. Pass it on.
Only 54% of college students regularly use a condom during sex, so make sure to stop by the G-Spot today to pick up your free condoms. Safe sex. Pass it on.
1 in 4 students will get an STI in college, so make sure you're scheduling regular appointments with Student Health Services. STIs. Don't pass it on.
I was going straight on college, and I was in the left-hand lane at a red light. So I started to go. I don't know if the other car had a green arrow beforehand or if the light turned green and they just assumed it was okay to go. But I remember seeing the other driver just kind of looking up as if it was supposed from a phone right the second before our cars just collided. My airbag went off and my car filled with smoke and dust from it. There's no reason to text and drive. It can wait.
Time out. Before you have sex, make sure your partner always gives you consent first. Otherwise, it's rape. Consent. Pass it on.
Only 54% of college students regularly use a condom during sex. So make sure to stop by the G-Spot today to pick up your free condoms. Safe sex. Pass it on.
1 in 4 students will get an STI in college, so make sure you're scheduling regular appointments with Student Health Services. STIs. Don't pass it on.
My name is Christian Stoynev, and I'm a professional hand balancer. I was a reporter, and then I became an anchor. I eventually had my own segment. It was called Who's Ballin', Who's Fallin'. TV10 helped me a ton with not just knowing how to speak in front of a camera, but also knowing what it's like to be behind the camera. It definitely helps me not only in knowing what the interviewers are asking me, but also just knowing how to understand from both perspectives.
Hello everyone and welcome back to It's So Funny. Tonight we have a very special guest with us tonight, a talented musician by the name of Alex Dwyer. Nice to see you, Alex.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. So let's get right into this. You're a very talented musician and we just really want to kind of get to know you here on It's So Funny. So tell me like a little bit about yourself.
Sure, yeah. I'm a junior here at ISU and I'm with Stu Records and I just put out an EP on Spotify and iTunes just recently and I love to play music. That's me.
Nice. So what got you like interested in performing and stuff?
Yeah, so I started playing the trumpet in 5th grade, and since then, music has kind of taken over my life. I've always enjoyed listening to music, playing music, whatever it is, music's my life. So,
so like, how long has that been at this point?
Geez, 5th grade, so however long that is from where I'm at now.
Just swooning all the ladies with your voice then?
Yeah.
Definitely. So what are you currently doing right now in your musical career?
Right now, I'm working on a second EP, potentially a full album, depends on how many songs I write for it, and really, that's about it. I'm doing more shows with Stu Records, and yeah.
So what's your process of recording EPs and stuff?
Sure, so I'll write my songs, and then I'll go into the studio, and I'll lay down my guitar work, I'll lay down many extra guitar, and then my voice, and then as many takes as that takes, which sometimes is a lot.
Okay, awesome. So do you find your music like helps you in other areas of your life?
Yeah, in general, I think putting my words down on paper and then getting them out in singing is a lot easier than just speaking them at times, so it's just easy to get my emotions out that way.
So getting your emotions out, that probably has to feel really good on stage, being able to perform in front of tons of people. So what do you think you like performing about music? Yeah, so for me, when I'm performing, if just a few of my phrases can get to someone, then that's the most important thing. You know, music's such a powerful way to connect to people and just get emotions out. And so if some way, somehow I can reach someone with my music, that's what's awesome about it. So I know we hear tons of these crazy stories from artists and stuff about crazy things that happen at their shows. What's like the craziest thing that's ever happened to you? Yeah, so at one of our shows for Stu last year, I was doing my set, I was the first one going, and then all of a sudden the lights turned out. And but the audio was still going, so I had to perform like 2 or 3 songs, I don't remember how many it was, in the dark, and you know, the show must go on. So. Definitely. Do you have, so you've written so many songs, how many do you think you've written at this point? As far as ones that I like, about 5, 6, there's sort of ones that are on the EP, but in general I've started, maybe finished about 20 or so. What do you think the biggest influences in those songs? My biggest influences are definitely Dave Matthews, the Beatles, Glenn Hansard, and really just love in general is what I tend to write about. Do you have like a favorite song by any of them that you really pull from? Yeah, Glenn Hansard's Leave is definitely the one that I always go to whenever I need some kind of spark to get me going. So I know we talked about earlier that you'd been to a Glenn Hansard concert. Can you like explain how that felt for you, like connecting with that artist and getting to see him? Yeah, so he's my absolute favorite artist of all time. I have listened to him for years and I was front row. He was maybe just from me to the end of the table, right in front of me. And so I got to watch this man who I've idolized for years do his thing and made eye contact with him. So it was just nuts. It was crazy. So your passion for singing, we got to ask it. Do you ever see yourself going like an American Idol, America's Got Talent, something like that? You know, I've been asked that. I know my parents have tried to get me to go on there before. But we'll see. It takes a lot of time, I know. And right now with school, we'll see. It's something I've definitely considered. So what is your favorite song that you've written?
My favorite song that I've ever written is called Crystal Ball. It was the first song that I released on SoundCloud for the EP, and then it's just resonated with me.
Can you give us like a little bit of meaning behind that song? What's it about? How do you feel about it?
Yeah, so Crystal Ball, I wrote it in about 30 minutes actually. I was just in the zone, and my friend had actually challenged me to write a song, and so I did, and it ended up being my favorite love song that I've ever written, and that's what it's all about, is the person that I...
So you're very much on a solo artist, you're like writing your lyrics alone. Do you ever see yourself moving to more of a band at all? Do you see that in your future?
I've always wanted to. I just don't know how to find. I don't know if there's like a Tinder for band people, but I'd love to create a full band.
So if anyone's looking for a band they can be in, we got Alex Dwyer right here. Hit him up on Facebook. Look him up, Alex Dwyer. We are so excited because we're gonna get to hear a performance from him tonight. So we're excited. We're gonna actually hear Crystal Ball by him, and I'm excited. Hope you guys are too. Let's give it up for Alex. And we're gonna have him performing coming up after the break here on It's So Funny. I'm like so excited to hear you. It's gonna be like great. Like, it's gonna be amazing. So, I cannot wait for this.
Brendan, stop.
Who is that?
It's your conscience.
My conscience?
Yes, you need to make healthier decisions.
But I love muffins.
Then you'll love this.
Whoa.
Here's a few healthy tips. Get more sleep. Make a list and plan out your schedule. Choose healthier foods.
Wow, my conscience was right. A healthy food puts you in a healthy mood.
Michael Bears. I work for Good Day Chicago. I'm the 4 a.m. producer. My job is basically putting together the 4 a.m. show. I put in the graphics, the video, write everything. When I worked at TV10, I did everything from producing sports to shooting video to editing video. For one semester, the sports anchor for the morning show every day, which was my passion. TV10 helped me to be a better person, I think, more than anything.
I'm Jake Vanderzanden, and in the following segment, you're going to watch me fumble my way through the next 3 minutes of my life because we needed a segment, and the producers thought that my series of traumatic life experiences and paranoid delusions would make for a horrifying yet compelling review of one of the mundane aspects of life, having parents. But before I get started, allow me to detail my evaluation process. It's a fairly simple one. It consists of only 2 categories. Good and so bad it flash burned my corneas just thinking about it. Because if we know anything about life, it's that life is black and white, and if it's not good, it's so incomprehensibly terrible that every waking moment is an agony from which death is your only acquittance. After an extensive examination of all the goods and all the so bad it flash burned my corneas, just thinking about it, I will rate whatever it is I'm reviewing out of 10. But anyway, let's get back to the review. Having parents doesn't get off to a good start, with the first and only point of evaluation falling under the so bad it flash burned my corneas, just thinking about it category. Initially, this sounds great. You think, hey, this was unexpected. What'd you get me? A $25 Wendy's gift card? A shark tooth necklace so you can simultaneously look kind and considerate because you're giving me a gift? while you also brag about your trip to the Florida Keys. Or maybe it's one of those pairs of booty shorts that says juicy on the back. But unfortunately, it's none of those things. The gift your parents give you is life. We've all heard that before. Now, being gifted life is like being gifted a Bowflex. You first think, wow, this is really big and expensive. It must have taken a lot of time to save up for this. But then you start to examine some of the subtext. I never asked for something like this. And it's a workout machine. A very expensive workout machine. Are you telling me to lose weight? You wanted me to lose weight so badly that you spent thousands of dollars to buy me a machine to help me do so? You spent thousands of dollars to call me fat. And that's just what life is. A gift you didn't ask for that immediately insults you and expects you to do something. So I have this thing, and I have to use it because it's calling me fat. And then when it breaks under the weight of my enormous elephantine frame, I have to repair it and follow up that repair with constant preventative maintenance. I don't know the first thing about Bowflex repair and maintenance. Does this thing even come with a manual? All I know is using one converts fat into sweat, and not using one creates palpable marital tension and persistent sense of self-loathing. And that's the worst part of it all. A Bowflex comes with a manual. You know what to do when things go wrong. Life doesn't come with a manual. There's no solution guide. Your parents bring you into this world without asking you and then immediately tell you what to do. They control every aspect of your life for 18 years. Brush your teeth, eat your vegetables, do your homework, play this stupid game called soccer, believe this, don't believe that, clean your room, don't have glue, and then just like that, it's over. They cut you loose. You're an adult now. Time to start figuring this out and release you into the world with no marketable skills and in many cases, no specific traits or special advantages to set you apart from the rest of humanity and help you succeed. Now, I would have taken the booty shorts. They at least would have given me an excuse to do toe touches on the quad. As I've now just reached the minimum time limit for this segment, let's tally up the score in having parents. The first thing they do is give you the worst gift theoretically and literally possible. Absolutely all of the bad that we can experience happens in life. But it's also important to remember that absolutely all of the good that we can experience is in life too. It's not all so bleak and hopeless. Not everything has to be so negative. 2 out of 10. I'd say thanks for watching, but you didn't. And with further ado, I would like to introduce Alex Dwyer, our guest, here in the studio to perform one of his songs.
Slow down, wait with me. Just look in my eyes and you'll see. Oh, my love for you is locked in my heart, safe from time. Don't take this love from me. I've traveled for miles to find this one. Don't take this love from me. This crystal ball's hazy, but it shows me us. Take my hand as we watch this path called love. There's a house that we built where the two of us grow old. else to find this one. Don't take this love from
I'm Kathy Pierce. I'm the owner of Monster Pond.
New dollars for old gold.
I run and manage the Bloomington store, and then I do human resources with all the other stores.
Thank you, Monster Pond.
So I was the class of 1988 from TV10. I was a videographer, so I carried around the equipment. TV10 gave me the skills that I could walk in, take control, handle the conversation, and feel confident about it.
Hey guys, I'm Caitlin. Thanks for watching our show tonight. It's going to be an amazing season 2. We have a lot in store for you, and don't forget, remember,
it's so fun!